Hello citizens, how is it going and welcome back. Different kind of video for you today. This one's going to be about VAR and my thoughts on it, my opinions, so make sure to hit the like and subscribe button as always. And let's jump in. VAR, V-A-R, it doesn't work, does it? I mean, I've said it in a previous video and I think I've done a video on it before, my opinion on it, and it's not good. But I look at VAR and there's been some shocking decisions this weekend. Let's not get around it, you know, and let's just dive into it. First up, let's talk about the West Ham Chelsea one. For me, West Ham were robbed. They were absolutely robbed. How anyone can give that decision as a foul is shocking to me. For first, Mendy's gone in for the challenge himself. Bowen hasn't. Mendy's the one that's gone in. Mendy's the one that's gone down. He's got the ball. He's not got hold of the ball. He's not got control of the ball. But he makes the challenge. He comes through. And of course, he touches the man. He touches the man. And then all of a sudden, Mendy is on the floor, rolling around, holding his shoulder. And West Ham's equaliser at the end was wrongfully ruled out by VAR. VAR told the referee to go look at the monitor. He did. And he decided to disallow the goal. And it's a shocking decision. It really is poor. And I'll tell you what, everyone's going on about, yeah, but he touched the referee, he touched the goalkeeper's protected, all this and all that. Look, the goalkeeper is the one that made the challenge. Bowen didn't make the challenge. And you can slow it down all you want. And you can look at his foot. And you can say, oh, he left his foot in there. That all happened at speed. You're slowing the game down. You've slowed that video down to see what you want to see if you've disallowed that goal. Now, of course, Chelsea fans are going to say it's a foul. But no one else on this planet is going to say that's a foul. And I wonder if Bowen had gone down. If Bowen had gone down, would the penalty be given? I think it probably would be given, and I'll tell you why I think it would be given. Because Mendy's the one that's initiated contact, and Mendy's the one that's gone in for the challenge. He's the one that's took the ball and touched the man. It's his momentum that's hit Bowen, and I think if Bowen goes down, that's a pen. So how is that disallowed for a goal? How's that goal disallowed? I don't even know. But shocking decision, and yeah, West Ham wrongfully beaten by Chelsea. It's appalling. And then you look at other games. Look, the City one, people going on about the disallowed goal. First off, I don't think it was a disallowed goal. What happened was player cuts it back, ends his way to Coutinho hits it, goes in off the crossbar. But before that, the ref had already blown. He'd already stopped play, so the ball wasn't in play. So how can it be a disallowed goal if the referee had already stopped it? The referee blows. Everyone, the Man City defense stop. Ederson stops. I don't think Ederson tries to save that ball. I think he just tries to, I don't know, grab it or whatever. But he doesn't try and save the ball. Goes into the net and everyone's complaining that the goal's disallowed and it should have counted. No, because the ball wasn't in play. The match wasn't ongoing. So it was never a disallowed goal because it was never a goal in the first place. So that's wrong. But I will say the offside was wrong decision. It was. I don't know how he's giving that the linesman. He's had a shocker there. But yeah. For me, it's a non-starter because the referee had already blown. Play wasn't underway. So it was never a goal. So it can't be a disallowed goal. So Liverpool fans can stop crying about that. So yeah, VAR in general is a disgrace. But what I will say is, and I will give props to Michael Oliver. Michael Oliver gives a pen because in the what game was it? Was it Bournemouth? I think it was Bournemouth and Forest. It was. And he gives a pen. It was a pen. The players jumped at the ball. He's hit it with both hands. Yeah, a bit harsh because maybe it was too close to him, but it's a pen. He hits both hands. So, yeah, give it. And then the VAR official tells Oliver to go look at the monitor. He does, and Oliver decides to not change the decision. And that's the first one I've ever seen where the referee stuck by his decision and gone, do you know what, I've had a look. No, I'm keeping it. So fair play to Oliver for that. And I expect after that to start seeing more of those happen where referees are not too scared to go to the monitor and not change the decision. And I think the reason referees do that is because they've made an on-field call. They're getting told in the ear that they've made a mistake. So they go to the monitor to have a look. And because someone has told them they've made a mistake, they're like, oh yeah, I've made a mistake. I don't think they question it. I don't think they question their own decision. I think they just go off what the VAR official says. And for me, that's a disgrace as well because they're not refereeing the game. The referee is. So the referee needs to stand up for himself and do more. Be better. So yeah, well played Oliver for that, for not changing the decision. Now, as for the future of VAR, I'd cut it out of the game, to be honest with you. I didn't want it in the first place. I think it slows the game down. I think it's negative. And one of the reasons I don't like it, and one of the reasons I never really hear mentioned, is that when a VAR decision is made, or when like a decision is taken to the VAR, all you get when you're in the stadium is an on-screen message saying VAR decision, and it says like offside or penalty or something like that, but it doesn't show you the incident. It doesn't show you what they're looking at. They need to show that. They really need to show you what they're looking at and what the decision, well, what basing the decision off, because the reason they don't do that is because they don't want to frustrate the fans in the ground and get them upset. But I tell you what, sitting there for 10 minutes waiting for a VAR decision is upsetting. And I can't stand it. I really dislike it. It's not good. It's not good for the sport, because I think if you're at the ground, you have every right to know what is happening. And people on TV know more than those at the ground, and it's completely wrong. I think they should also mic the referees up, because it's about time we hear what they're saying, because they're making these shocking decisions and no one understands why. They don't come out and justify themselves afterwards. And I think that's appalling as well. And I think referees need to be mic'd up. I mean, they do it in other sports. What's the big deal? Who cares? Let the fans know what the referee is saying. It's not going to hurt the game. It's only going to benefit, and it's going to benefit the relationship between the spectators and the officials as well, because at least we know if they've made a bad decision and we all disagree with it, why they've made that decision, instead of looking at a screen saying VAR decision, no penalty, and having no clue until we get home what's happened, why they've made that decision, and not even getting it from their mouth either, just seeing a video replay and being bewildered as to why they've made it. So we need to hear why they're making the call, and we need to see why they're making the call, whether we agree with it or not. Look, fans are difficult to argue with, football fans. You know, it's like, I always go back to the Ronaldo-Messi thing. You can't change your football opinion's mind. If someone thinks Messi's the greatest player ever, he's the greatest player ever. If someone thinks Ronaldo is, you're never going to persuade them otherwise. You're not going to be able to tell them that another player is better than that one. So there's no point arguing with football fans, but at least give them the information to know what you base your call on. Every other sport does it. And if you brought in VAR for that reason, to make the game better, surely micing the referees up also makes sense. And look, I think we need to get rid of VAR, because every decision has been appalling. And it's not been great officiating this season. It really hasn't. I look at some of the decisions. I look at the amount of time wasted. And one of the things they wanted to clamp down was time wasted. I saw a thing in the Liverpool game the other day, Liverpool against Newcastle. The ball was in play for 58 minutes. 58 minutes the ball was in play for, over a 90-minute game. That's shocking. Look, Liverpool had 8 minutes added on. I mean, we can all go on about that all we want. But we see it in the City games every single time. It's had teams time wasting from minute one. As soon as the ball goes off for a goal kick in that opening minute, he takes 3 minutes kicking it, and the referee doesn't do anything. Doesn't do a thing. He just points at him for 90 minutes, doesn't book him, doesn't do anything, doesn't go over say anything, just points for 90 minutes while he wastes his time. Nottingham Forest, we were not Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, when we got the third and we went 3-2 up, they were still time wasting. The goalkeeper was still time wasting. He was losing 3-2 and he was time wasting. Honestly, it's shocking. The referees need to clamp down on it. They need to be more aggressive with the bookings for it. They need to show yellows. They need to show reds for it. It will stop it. And they're talking about speeding the game up, doing this, doing that, and they're coming up with these ridiculous ideas. You got Wenger, who is going on about removing throw-ins from the game and doing kick-ins instead to speed the game up. Ridiculous. He wants to do rolling subs. Ridiculous. You can't do rolling subs. People will be complaining about City squad and that. But rolling subs, kick-ins, don't do any of that nonsense. If you want to speed the game up, you start with the referee in the middle, sorting it out and telling the players you're not going to get away with it by showing yellows, by showing reds, and removing VAR. That's the biggest problem at the moment, VAR. And yeah, you know, it's just a little rant. I just wanted to... I don't want to be doing videos on... I've already done a video on like VAR before and stuff, but I don't want to be doing videos on this all week, every week, you know, for the next 3 seasons, going on about how we've not improved. But so far, VAR has gone backward. It takes too long to make a decision. We don't know why they've made that decision. We don't hear from them. You know, we just see the same replays where our opinion hasn't changed, but somehow the referees has changed. And we need to do better. They need to do better. And if you call this the best league in the world and you can't get it right, you can't get the officials right, we've got no chance. We've got absolutely no chance. So yeah, that's my opinion on VAR. It's my opinion on referees. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.